Coming up in this week's episode, I'll be talking all about Copperhead Strike, a brand new double launch coaster coming to Carowinds in 2019. Each year, Six Flags release a video talking about their attractions for the following year, and of course this year is no different. They've just announced West Coast Racers, a brand new roller coaster for Six Flags Magic Mountain, and many more announcements across the chain. I'll be talking about those in this episode. Along with that, we'll be sharing more details on a brand new roller coaster coming to a French theme park in 2019. I'm Sean Sandbrook, this is TPW Weekly, and that means it's time to cue those titles. Sorry folks, I'm not too sure what went on then, but yeah, anyway, moving on. It's Wednesday, the 5th of September 2018, and welcome to this week's episode. So I've just come back from an awesome trip out to Poland. The whole trip exceeded my expectations. The 2 theme parks that I visited, and just the country in general, I really enjoyed it. And 3 out of 5 of the vlogs are now online on the channel. Firstly, you've got that travel vlog from here in the UK over there to Poland. And like I say, I had a great time. Make sure you check that one out if you plan on doing that sort of trip in the future. Or just to see how easy it is to get out there, and my accommodation, a few hints and tips for where to stay, and yeah, keeping the trips as cheap as possible. The second vlog is from Legendia, an awesome park that's actually home to Let Coaster, a Vekoma ride that opened last year, and that was awesome. On-ride POVs in that vlog, so make sure you check it out. And following on the theme of the on-ride POVs, it's great at them parks that they allow the on-ride filming, from Energylandia. That vlog went online yesterday, as in Tuesday, so make sure you check out our 3 brand new vlogs from the Poland trip, and the day 2 vlog from Energylandia, and a little summary of the whole trip on a cable car. Well, they'll be online in the next couple of days, but yeah, Hyperion certainly exceeded expectations as well. An Intamin mega coaster, and I absolutely loved it. Check out the vlog to see my first reactions, and like I say, it's full of on-ride POVs. Now back on Monday, I put a video online on the channel all about what we're doing over Halloween, so make sure you check that one out. We've got so much planned for Screen Park Worldwide, and as mentioned, it will be starting on September the 19th, so only a couple of weeks to go now until the launch of Halloween. I've mentioned this quite a few times, but last Halloween I didn't do anywhere near as much stuff as I really wanted to, so this year we're going in there with a huge Halloween offering. 17 different Halloween events we're going to be covering this year on the channel, along with over 80 scare mazes. That doesn't include scare zones and shows, that is scare mazes itself. So yeah, there's going to be over 80 different maze reviews coming to the vlogs on the channel, so it's going to be a busy Halloween. There's going to be so much. Of course, we upload a video every day here on Theme Park Worldwide, but all throughout the spooky season there's going to be so much going on. But say the scares aren't for you, then of course we're going to be getting lots of nighttime ride footage, both on and off ride. So yeah, there's going to be lots of other stuff going on as well for those of you that aren't too keen on the actual scare mazes themselves. But yeah, it's going to be a brilliant event, and Screen Park Worldwide, out of all the years I've been doing it, this is the year, this is the big one, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. Anyway, we've had quite a few theme park announcements within the past 7 days, so let's move straight in then to our weekly news roundup. Let's start off then by talking about this huge announcement from a brand new roller coaster coming to Carowinds in 2019. Now, of course, the park is owned by Cedar Fair, a company that owns many different amusement parks throughout America. And yeah, this announcement, very excited for. It looks great. You're going to see some POV footage of this new ride on your screen as I'm talking about it. It is Copperhead Strike. It's going to be part of a new themed area at Carowinds called Blue Ridge Junction, which will open in spring 2019. 2019. The coaster itself is going to be manufactured by Mack Rides. It is going to be one of their double launch coasters, very similar to Icon at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, except this version will feature 5 different inversions and over 3,255 feet of track. Now I love the look of this because the first launch takes riders from 0 to 42 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds. Obviously these Mack launch coasters aren't really about the launch. Don't expect to feel much acceleration on them at all. It's the like with Icon. Yes, you feel it on the second launch, but not as much as you would do an Intamin accelerator coaster where you really feel the launch. It's not really about the whole idea of having a launch on these Mack rides. Is more about just instead of having a lift hill, it's just a nice little feature to get it up to its first major element. It's not like the Intamin rides where a big part of the ride is the launch. These Mack rides are very different, and that's what I've tried to explain to people about Icon, because the launch is slow, and when you're on it, yeah, it certainly feels a bit faster than it looks, but yeah, it's not about the launches on these rides. That's just a way of getting it to that first element. Like with Icon, the first element is the top hat, you know, it's that airtime hill underneath the big one's lift hill. But yeah, this looks really nice, fun coaster. It's got a second launch which pushes riders from 35 miles an hour to 50 miles an hour in 2 seconds, but something special about that launch, and you'll see it in the footage, it's actually built into an airtime hill. Loving the idea of that. We've never seen that done before on any other coaster in the world. So it'll come round, it'll like a bit of a double up. Yeah, we go into this airtime hill and it'll launch you up into an inverted top hat. So yeah, I love the look of this ride. Really hope to get on it next year as part of a big America trip. Fingers crossed it's all going to go ahead. But yeah, in addition to the coaster, Blue Ridge Junction will include a new Blue Ridge Country Kitchen restaurant, and that's in the former Wings restaurant location. I'm loving the theme, I'm loving the name, even if it's a little strange, especially with the video I'll show you in a second, which explains a bit about the story. But what I'm loving though is the fact that Cedar Fair are putting in theming around their rides. Look at Steel Vengeance, they've done a nice job with the queue line, the overall presentation of the ride looks great, so it's good to see Cedar Fair stepping up the theming and moving more away from the amusement park style and more theme park style. But yeah, I love the look of this. Like I said, that airtime hill with the launch, I think that'll be a really nice part of it. And yeah, here's a bit of a promotional video released by the park a few days ago of Copperhead Strike, opening in 2019.
Maybe you've heard of the legend of Granny Bird and her prize-winning jam. But I bet you haven't heard her secret. Those who have know the best thing to do is run! Don't stop.
See what I mean there about the weird storyline, but I really like it. The overall branding for this ride, the colour scheme, that's the thing for me. For me to really enjoy an experience, it's all about the overall package. It's about the logos, the colour scheme, of course the ride itself, but I think it looks like a really nice addition. And yeah, Copperhead Strike coming to Carowinds next year. Now, every year Six Flags announce all their different attractions in one big video for all their parks, and that's come out over the past week. And yeah, I highly recommend going over to their official YouTube channel at Six Flags and watching the video. But I'm going to cover like the main highlights from it right now, including their huge new investment, which is going to be West Coast Racers, a new coaster for Six Flags Magic Mountain. But more importantly, this will be the 20th roller coaster at the park, meaning that it's got more roller coasters than any other park in the world, 20 coasters. And this will be the world's first racing launch coaster. This is something that I actually built in Planet Coaster like last year. I had a little mess about with it, and I thought, oh, no one's done it, but here we go, Park have finally done this one. And yeah, this looks like it's going to be quite a fun, enjoyable ride. It's a first of a kind ride that's going to feature 2 side-by-side tracks. So kind of like Twisted Colossus in a way, with a record-breaking 4 high-speed magnetic launches. Whoa, I'm loving the facts here off the website. It's going to be manufactured by Premier. Obviously, they've already got a Premier launch coaster there, which will be interesting, called Full Throttle, but I look forward to seeing how this one rides. Quite intense, I imagine. Speeds of 55 miles an hour, and it's going to be a very terrain-hugging coaster. It's not ridiculously high. It's going to lots of banking and airtime hills, and yeah, it's going to be one of these coasters where you do both sides of it effectively, a bit like Twisted Colossus, you know, where you're going to come back round and then you'll do the other half again. So you're getting, what, 4 launches, which is really good. It's going to be a great ride. 4 inversions, 14 track crossover moments, and a high five element as well, where the track comes together for the trains. So yeah, that'll be really nice. I love the look of this, and especially them airtime hills. And you've just seen some footage of it there on your screen whilst I've been talking about it. And yeah, it just looks like a really good, fun, enjoyable ride. But here you go. Here's a POV of West Coast racers coming to Six Flags Magic Mountain in 2019. I really feel like fun is going to be the word that describes that ride the most. It's nothing huge and groundbreaking, but it looks like a very enjoyable coaster. And I enjoyed Twisted Colossus for that fun interactive element. The coaster itself was a little disappointed with because it wasn't dueling like it was supposed to. But I'm sure this one will. I've got full trust in Six Flags and Premier for getting this one right. So hopefully they will do, and I very much look forward to it. Now following on with the racing theme with these Six Flags announcements, this one coming to Great America. And yeah, it's called Max Force, from 0 to 78 miles an hour in less than 2 seconds. It's a Formula 1 themed roller coaster, and it will feature the fastest inversion in the world, a 60 miles an hour 0G roll. So that sounds interesting. The park have also said that it'll have the highest double inversion of any roller coaster in the world at 175 feet above ground. So there you go. That's coming to Six Flags Great America. Moving on then to Fiesta Texas in San Antonio, they're getting a record breaker with the Joker Wildcard, which will be the tallest and fastest spinning pendulum ride in the world. I love these sort of rides, so that'll be one to definitely do at some point. And Six Flags America's Apocalypse Coaster that I recently spoke about in an episode a couple of weeks back is going to be getting a flawless makeover into Firebird. I told you, I did call it. I think a lot of people would have got that one right though, that they were going to do that, because a lot of these parks do seem to be doing away with the stand-up coasters and turn them into floorless. But there you go, Firebird coming to Six Flags America. There's some of the flat rides and some of the cloned rides coming, but they're the main additions coming to Six Flags. And like I say, if you want to see everything in a bit more detail, check out the official video over on the Six Flags YouTube channel. The final bit of news that I'm going to talk about is from a roller coaster that has been announced before, but now they've officially put it all over their social media about this ride. And it's at Walibi Rhône-Alpes, which is in France. And they've officially announced their brand new Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster opening in 2019. It's got a vertical chain lift hill, it's got an outside top hat, an LSM launch, a dive drop, which looks good. I really like the idea of that. A 0G roll as well on this one. So yeah, it's the 5th coaster to open at the park. They've already got a wooden coaster from the Gravity Group, and they've already got a Vekoma Boomerang along with a couple of other junior of rides. But yeah, I think this would be a really nice addition. Like I said, I've not been to this park. I've done Walibi Holland and Walibi Belgium, but I'd like to go and do this one at some point. Maybe next year, or if I can do, or if not, at some point in the near future. But yeah, the coaster was announced a while back, and we saw an animation, but we didn't really, the park haven't put it everywhere. Now they're really advertising it, and we know it's 100% confirmed to be happening for 2019. So that's at Walibi Rhône-Alpes in France. I think I'm pronouncing that right, but probably not. You know what my pronunciation's like. And yeah, another exciting week for all these different announcements. And of course, I'll be back next Wednesday with all the latest theme park news, and I'm sure there'll be even more announcements to talk about for next week. So yes, welcome to Guess the Ride. Now last week I did say use your common sense with this one. It's not too hard, quite an easy one. And it was another zoomed in image of it, and you can still see a little bit of red track on it. And yeah, a lot of people have thought, oh, it got a bit too complicated with this one. And then some people have got it right. So well done to everyone who commented and said, drum roll, boom, G-Force at Drayton Manor. There you go. So well done if you did get that one right. And of course, this section of the show is just for fun, but we've got another zoomed in image that I'm going to put on your screen for you now. There it is, and all you've got to do is comment down below on this video, what do you think it is? And I'll reveal it in next Wednesday's episode. Ooh, what could it be? And as always, I'll keep commenting down below, giving you a few hints and tips if I think you guys are too far away from it. But you do well on these, there's always someone who gets them right. So there you go, that's all for this week's Guess the Ride, and it's now time for Merch Paradise. Okay then, so obviously I've just come back from my trip to Poland, meaning that there's some new merchandise to share with you guys. Now these have come straight back here to the world of theme parks, 4 brand new mugs, 2 from each of the parks that I went to, which were of course Legendia and Energylandia. Let's start off then with the Energylandia mug. And yeah, this is like a generic part one. It should just focus there for you. You can see you've got the mascot on there, and of course the blue and red logo at the top there as well. The next one here, of course, from the new ride, Hyperion, the Intamin Mega Coaster. This is a nice one. Obviously, you can see the coaster itself there. If I spin it around this way, on the back it's got the logo and an astronaut on there as well. So they're nice ones from Energylandia. Moving on then to Legendia. Oh, they're clanging about a bit. Ooh, be careful, Sean. You got them back on a flight. Don't break them now they're here. This is the generic part one, a nice purple one. There you go. You can see it just there. That's it. Nice and focused for you. Obviously, it's got the yellow and purple branded on. And then this one just here from Lek Coaster. So they had quite a few different variations of this one. But this is the white and black version that I got just there, and yeah, I'm really chuffed with that one. 4 brand new mugs from my collection here at the World of Theme Parks. I just need some more space because all these shelves are full, all the ones on the back wall there, and of course my main wall behind me, that's full. So yeah, if anyone's got any space, I need some quick. But there you go, that is all for Merch Paradise. It's now time for the final segment of this week's episode. It's Interact With Me. So I'll start off by saying a big thank you to each and every one of you for watching this week's episode, and of course the people that have sent in different items for this week's episode. Have you got a photo from a theme park that you want to send in for next week's episode? All you need to do is send it in to us via Instagram as a message, and also on our Facebook page as well. Get them sent in and they'll be in next week's episode. Right then, let's start off. We've got lots of items to get through yet again. You guys have been busy over summer sending stuff in, and that's what we like, so get your items sent in. Firstly then, we've got Mia with this awesome homemade roller coaster. That's really cool. That's the sort of thing that I used to do, actually. I used to come home from school and use bits of cardboard and paper to make things, and that's great, so thanks for sharing that, Mia. We then got Philip with a Jewel on-ride photo from Alton Towers. Next up, Matthew with the Colossus on-ride photo there. And Joshua on Go Jetters there as well in CBeebies Land. Next up we've got Natalie and the family on the snails there at Joyland in Great Yarmouth, such a classic. And Jenny inside Angry Birds 4D at Thorpe Park, there we go. We then got Daniel with a Nemesis on-ride photo just there. And then we've got Joe who had a photo with me and Charlotte's brick that is on the plaza at Alton Towers. Moving on, we've got Jay with an Icon on-ride photo there from Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and also Tara and Chris with an Icon on-ride photo there, so thanks for sharing those. Next up, Elliot's up with an Avalanche on-ride photo, so thanks for sending that one in there, Elliot. Luke's up next on Incredicoaster at Disney California Adventure. And Amy here with a Toverland log flume on-ride photo. So thanks for sending that one in. Moving on, we've got Andrew and Cheryl at Disneyland Paris. Oh, I love my Disney parks. Can't wait to be back at Walt Disney World in a few weeks. So thanks for sharing that one. And then we've got Riley with a stealth on-ride photo there from Thorpe Park as well. Moving on, we've got Chuck on the log flume at Six Flags. That's a great photo. Loving the pose. Thanks for sharing that one. And then we've got Kate, Emma, Beth and Sam on Tiger Rock. New for this year at Chessington World of Adventures. Next up then, we've got Hayden with a photo from The Beast. Thanks for sending that one in. And Phoebe who had a photo there with me. It was great to meet you. She was very excited to meet me. And it was, if you see me at the parks, of course, come and say hello and have a photo. It's always nice to meet the fans who enjoy watching these videos. It's great. And obviously I sit here recording it with the camera on my own. And it's nice to think that you guys are all out there watching it. And if you see me at a park, come and have a chat. It's always great to meet you guys. Next up we've got Nigel with the Walking Dead on-ride photo. And moving on from that, we've got Leonola and also me and Alex on there as well on Saw the Ride at Thorpe Park. We had a great time. And then we've got Joel with an Intimidator on-ride photo up next. So thank you for sending that one in there, Joel. Showing us up next then with a Wicker Man on-ride photo from Alton Towers. And then we've got Rachel at Carter Steam Fair, having a good time there. Hope you enjoyed it, and check out our vlog if you've not seen it. We went a few weeks ago. And then we've got John on 13 at Alton Towers. 8 years old, it's crazy, isn't it? Can't believe it. And then we've got Tori and Charlotte also at Carter's Steam Fair. So thanks for sending that one in. Then we've got Sam with a Helix on-ride photo from Liseberg in Sweden. And Joel with a launch cable from Toverland's Booster Bike roller coaster. Can't wait to be back at Toverland next week, and of course stay tuned for a vlog here on the channel. And then got Wendy who's got a sign from Dingles. There you go, it's great up there, really enjoy it. And check out the vlog guys if you've not yet seen it. Dingles Fairground Heritage Centre, a great day out for all the family down in Devon. And moving on from that, we've got Aaron with a corkscrew pin. So thanks for sharing that one. That is all for your photos this week, but a good luck message now to Sean and Harry on their wedding day. There you go, have a great time guys. Hope it all goes well for you, and a big congratulations from me and Charlotte and everyone here at Theme Park Worldwide. And then happy birthday to David, to Jack Yao, Regan and also Megan as well. Have a great birthday from all of us here at the channel. And also a very special happy 1 year anniversary to Daniel and Lauren. Happy 1 year guys, and yeah, thank you very much for watching Theme Park Worldwide. That's the end for this week's episode. I hope you've enjoyed watching it just as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you guys. Get your items sent in for next week's on location episode from Holland. Really looking forward to getting back out to the Netherlands. Lovely country, some really nice people over there. I love the Dutch, really friendly. I know there's a lot of you guys that watch the channel as well, so a big shout out to everyone in Holland, and we'll see you next week when we're over there. And yeah, that means it's time to cue those credits. See you soon.